There we go, guys. We're loaded in to the semifinals of Friday Night Fights here on Valley Fortress. Probably my personal favorite map. And in the blue, attacking today, we have Team Forbidden City. And in the red, defending our fortress here. Yes, we have some subs, but they still have a possibility and they still have plenty of plays to make. We have Team Bumpy's Busters. Now with no artillery, so both teams agreed to not use artillery or falconetti. We will see this match play out a little bit more like a regular siege. What up, she? So these towers will probably connect. What I like to do when I push on this map is focus on this B objective. The goal isn't to capture B in a single push. The goal is to get as close to B as possible. Maybe take that supply point back there, but run along this wall and actually try to pull the defending team away from A. Because you can't directly trebuchet this objective. It makes it really hard to kind of just push right in. So you want to pull the defenders away. Sometimes we see ladder plays over here on this side of the map. Looks like they're going to walk around a little bit, but they're not going to actually commit to any ladders. So that's always an option, you know, hitting those ladders, trying to capture the supply point to the right here. But both these towers, all three towers and the ram are going to connect with no problems. So this match should be good to go. I'm honestly excited to see. Obviously, their cavalry will not be making an appearance right away. But as we get into the city streets, these are wide, winding streets, especially towards the end there where there's those big stairs. Makes it really good for Cav. I'm excited to see what they can do with that. The attacking team being patient, 8 minutes on the clock, so certainly no rush. They don't want to overextend by any means. Okay, looks like the gate will go down. This is a gate featuring a double, or a city featuring a double gate, if I can speak. So they won't have instant access to the city, but here shortly they will. And it looks like the B-side push is going to go ahead and start off. The defending team has ranged, firing onto the attacking team here. Lots and lots of arrow fire. They need shields to cover these. And there they go. The shields are going to brace up. Well played for sure. There's no going down those stairs. You are not making it down those stairs. But you can go around, and they're going to do exactly like I said. They're going to go around and try to make as much headway into the flank. We got a couple heroes responding. Little Bull in the rear here looking to stop this push before it really takes off. Not a lot of infantry here. They're going to step on to B, get some of that cap. Beautiful advance will wipe out that entire condo unit. Well played to Little Bull. And he'll shut down that push right there. But did that pull anybody out of position? And it looked like they did because there's no one here on A to stop. Only a handful of heroes and not enough shields. These units push right onto the objective. I think A falls here. Unless this counter push can get in there fast enough. A double Imperial Pike advance sandwiches the attacking team. They save the objective. Well played. Wow, the skill level of these teams is truly amazing. Yes, they have some subs, but these are not your average Joes. These subs are high-skilled players that have been in Friday Night Fights before. Now, they pushed both objectives there, and a trebuchet landing onto B there. It looks like they wanted to do a little parting treb as they try to break through here. He's going to get a little bit more cap onto B, but this mosh pit doesn't look good for the attacking team. They need to rally up and probably look at another angle of attack. I see the attacking team definitely separated. They've lost less troops for defenders, but that's pretty average for this match, or for this map at least. We see attackers take more losses. Okay, so they're breaking through on A as well. Archer's trying to slip by, but they're going to get sandwiched from both angles, and those, yeah, that objective is gone. There's no saving it this time. If I was them... Oh, they actually tried to do a cav play, and they thought those pikes were AFK, but they were not. So that's going to be a unit of Keshegs dead right there. Well, maybe I spoke too early. I said this objective was as good as gone, but it's actually not gone yet. And the trebuchet gets called onto the stairs, but will it hit any friendly troops? It doesn't look like it does. So it looks like it actually just sort of opens it up a little bit there. Beautiful Imperial Pike advance. 1-2 Imperial Pike advances back to back. They're going to save the objective. Wow, I think they really thought that they were going to take that objective because I'm seeing a lot of unit changes here. Huge cav play through the gate. Another trebuchet being called. That time it gets a direct hit on the troops onto the stairs. Nothing in the city streets as of right now. Could mean that there's an option to make a play here. They're going to lose the supply to the east side. At the same time, Imperial Pikes sort of setting up position here. Look at this push coming down. I don't know if they have enough in the area to even shut this down, to be honest with you guys. They're playing that game, like I said. They're playing that cav flanking game, and it's usually going to turn out really well. They're going to rotate some pikes to try to respond to all that. Good flank here with some Keshegs. We'll find a nice charge right there, but they want to turn around before the pikes advance. And the pikes will advance. And, well, they're going to sort of just walk onto the objective. Yeah. So that happened. Yeah, the defense needs to rally up. Because everything they got really messy there. And they weren't looking to their left for 1 second. The supply fell. And then cav in the city streets. And they were able to walk on to A and get a free cap. So they need to rally up and potentially start giving the attackers some ground in exchange for some time. And he's going to kind of walk onto here. Who do we got here? We've got these three heroes. Yep. So defenders need to walk away. There's no saving B. Just set up on C. Get those choke points set up. And we get a cav charge that's going to find Imperial Pikes, but the Imperial Pikes will advance in return, but not before they get mostly wiped out there. So good trades all the way around. The attacking team has lost pretty good amount more troops here. It's definitely possible for them to still win this match. And this could be, I mean, it could make a big difference when it goes to the final objective, but for now, they have enough troops. They just need to rally up and see what the play is. Looking at the defender's setup here, plenty of pikes. The fire pots are still up here, as well as for the other side. These can be catastrophic for attacking teams if used correctly. And we see the first set drop down on the ground below. Not really finding a big connection, but they're starting to slow push up the stairs. And you notice they go in with the pikes first, knowing that at the top of the stairs there could be anything waiting for them. So let's see what the defending team wants to do in this situation. Will they take the opportunity to go? It looks like they will. Winged Hussars down the stairs. They're going to find an attacking team of Winged Hussars before they can charge, wiping out everything on the stairs. Insane. If the attacking team would have charged up those stairs just 1 second earlier, they could have saved so many lives. Wow, huge play for the defensive team will result in so many losses. Wow. I don't know if it's recoverable at the moment. What they needed there on that play right there is for the pikes to remain braced on the stairs. They unbraced in order to get closer to these pikes on the stairs. But while that happened, Hussars rushed down the stairs. And for the most part, Hussars don't care too much about pikes. Man, what a play. Nothing on the side stairs too. I was thinking maybe while all that was going on, there would be a play over here. But there was not. Really good positioning on these archers here. They will find value raining arrows onto the objective here. The bleed stacks really start to start to add up. And thank you, iWolf, by the way. Yeah, so unlimited ammo while they're on a supply point. Stairs just covered in dead cav. Brutal. I like the aggressive play, and I didn't know you could do this, but apparently they can go up these stairs, so that's pretty hilarious. You learn something new every day. Beautiful trebuchet will find a unit of troops, 2 units of troops, Janissaries and Fortebraccios not being microed. That's going to cost them some troops. Keseg's coming down the stairs will find Martellatori, so not too much loss there. And it's kind of cost them their lives. So not the greatest trade for the Cav, but every unit lost now for the attacking team is not good at all. Oh no, is that Treb going to land? Just a little bit short of a beautiful play right there. It will take a few of those golden calves. Sort of shore up the difference, but almost twice as much loss there. Those forts need to get out of the way. Definitely be careful. They're going to counter push into these forts here. I think they will. Imperial Spear Guard and Imperial Pikes from 2 different directions. Now another set of Hussars down the stairs, cleaning up what's left of the attacking team. And to be honest, they might just go out the walls here and counter push into the city streets themselves, reclaiming lost ground, and they will. Cav just ripping through what's left of the attacking team. Martellatori getting cut through like butter. Keshek's running rampant. I knew we were going to see some Cav, but not like this. Now they're looking for the archers. Archers not being microed will get cut down. Actually, they did get microed. They retargeted onto the Cav, which will kill the Cav. The Cav, especially Keshegs, don't do too good against all those bleed stacks. Yeah. Only 96 troops left alive versus 732 troops left for the defending team here. And I think it's safe to say that Bumpy's Busters take game 1. They may have had quite a few subs, but that didn't stop them from seizing the opportunity on the stair set and closing out the match there. 3.5 minutes here. It's going to be a long 3.5 minutes for our attacking team. And this is sort of not only is it an actual victory for Bumpy's Busters, but it's a mental victory going into the next game. It really affects the morale, like the mentality of the Forbidden City. They need to just take it. They lost. They need to rally up, and they need to take advantage of being on defense next round. Because if they can win next game, they can go on to game 3, and they can turn this around and a second chance on offense. So I don't want to follow the spawn camping too much, but if I had to guess, these attacking team probably going to just find a corner somewhere so they can't get just cav charged from 20 different angles. A trebuchet being called in. The troops are sort of scattered. Maybe they'll clump up a bit more before it connects. None of the rounds connecting but one. I think this is our last unit here, 77. So we got this unit of Pike Militia, which I believe is like 30 units in a troop, and one other unit somewhere. Not enough to capture C, that's for sure. There's the Hussars. Imperial Pikes just going to rip through that. No problem. I do like that they're still pushing, though. That goes to show that they're not taking it too hard. Keeping their morale high is super key. Okay, there we go. Less than 2 minutes. Looks like they're going to try to make a push up the stairs one last time into the fray. Firepot's still up. Little Bull with the grab. That'll get him another kill there. Kato actually gets the kill there. Imperial Pike march down the stairs. Will shut down what's left. These village watchmen are not long for this world. That is for sure. But they stand proud in the last 80 seconds of this game. Certain death awaits them. Yeah, defense really turned it around here. I think once they lost A, they gave up B for free, which looks bad. but it gave them time to set up on the top of the stairs. And when the attacking team's pikes started pointing towards the side stairs instead of pointing towards the main stairs, the cav charged down the stairs and hit him on the side, just obliterating everything, and all the troops behind it got just ran over. So that was really the big turning point of the match. Well played. 40 seconds left. Running for the hills, trying not to get killed one more time. The SAR's charging, trying to find the glaive. They will just miss him. Oh, they take out the horse. And that's a massacre. Well played. Well played to both teams. It was a good turnaround. It really was. I was for sure that it wasn't going to work out. Whoa, Thorin gifting out 10 subs. Thank you, Thorin. 987. Wow. Guys, game 1 goes to Bumpy's Busters. Take a look at some of these stats. Thank you again for that, Thorin. That's amazing. It really supports the channel. Almost 200 kills for some of the defensive team here. Insane. Well played, guys. So you can almost visually see every single push that the attacking team did. They took ground with it, so they actually moved forward with every capture. But at the end there, it just cost them too much. And although they got a good trade at the end, they had lost too much before, and the game was over. Here on Valley Fortress, match number 2 of the semifinals NA fights. On defense, we have Team Forbidden City. And on offense, looking to secure their victory, we have in red, Bumpy's Busters. With no artillery being able to be put down, these initial cannons, Scorpios, Culverins, what have you, are very important. They can potentially kill these towers as they approach to the wall, but with Martellatori pushing these towers, they're not likely to fall. So maybe focusing on the units instead, trying to get a few early kills on the match. Yeah, so the teams are starting with almost identical numbers of troops. Very interesting for sure. And what was I kind of surprised to see? Well, what I was surprised to see was that this team's comp is straight pike. We see all pikes of every form and fashion, gray to purple, are all here right now. So that's going to be very advantageous for the defensive team. But, and this is a big one, if they lose these troops early on, then they're not going to have the pikes to defend the C objective. And that could potentially mean that Aiko's Cav can make some big plays once again. But who knows? So the towers will land as predicted. And they're going to look for some early pushes here on the B side wall. Nothing really here to greet them. But still being cautious. They don't want to push too soon. Same can be said over here. Really good angle on these archers. Are going to be able to just barely connect with these forts here. He needs to reposition them so they don't take too much bleeding damage. And a very slow push. I mean, 8 minutes on the clock. There's definitely no rush for the attacking team. Nothing pushing them towards attacking right away. Lots of pikes. Okay, so some different troops being used for the attacking teams. Yeah, look at that. The range falling directly onto these pikes here. And like I said, no shields for the defending team right now. So that ranged is getting huge value. Those archers landing directly onto this blob here, and there's nothing they can do. They don't have a longsword to heal, and they can't move any closer because then they'll get Imperial pikes advanced all over them, all over their face. And they're going to try to combat brace on top. But like I said, Imperial Pikes advancing all over them. And I honestly think that could be the fall of A right here. Yep. Those forts are going to try to push up the stairs, but the angle of the attacking forts are actually hitting them straight in the face. So if I was the defending team, it's time to walk away from A, and it's time to look at the next objective. What is the next play? Some more forts looking to come and maybe get an angle on this side, but they're so far out of position. I do not like this at all. They need to hurry and brace. They didn't even get a good brace there, and that's the whole unit will get wiped. So A has fallen. So far, the troops lost. Almost 300 troops lost to only 26. Unprecedented losses in the first 2 minutes of the match. If I was them, maybe not even defending B would be the play. Maybe just going straight up into C, getting on the artillery and just trying to kill whatever you can for free without losing anything. Every troop that they lose at this point is devastating. But it looks like some cav will be here looking to make a play. Some pikes here at the ready. Imperial Spear Guard at the front. We do see a few heroes coming off of the supply point. A lot of times people will put up these ladders but not actually push the ladders themselves, and we don't see that as well here. It's a really easy way to get wrecked by climbing these ladders here, but sometimes it pays off. Village Watchman gonna retreat after seeing every superior pike in the game in front of them. And looks like they will commit troops to B. It looks like they don't want to give it for free. And again, no shield units. Not a single shield unit for the defending team. These ranged units getting so much value on these unprotected pikes, forcing an early advance out of the defending team. It will still connect with quite a few troops, but I don't know if it'll be enough to completely stop the charge. Yeah, so many advances. Careful on the Keshegs. He almost charges into an already ongoing brace, which would have been catastrophic, to say the least. Really good Kesheg charge, but some Keshegs find them as well. Right into the flank. Oh, it's going to find those Fortebraccios before they can brace. And just a default attack of Fortebraccios, though, because of the length, they really can hit them as they retreat. And those shots to the rear of the cav, whether it's braced or not, is going to do lots of damage. And I think that's the end of B. Those pike militia get flanked by the Maw. Trebs coming down, not really finding a connection, but they will zone them out. And there we go. B's down. 180 troops lost to 560. Oh my goodness. Wow, I don't even know what to say. It all comes down to the cav play of the defending team. You know they're sitting on their cav, and we've seen this position once already, except the tides have been completely changed. Plenty of time on the clock, nearly 10 minutes. Fire pots are up on either side here and here, so the stairs are relatively covered. Let's see what the attacking team wants to do in this position. So for now, the patient play. Going up the ladders, seeing if they can maybe get rid of those fire pots. Lots of infantry going through the stairs. Pike unit after pike unit slowly pushing up the stairs and finding an angle. Imperial pikes will march down. That'll slow the advance. But as soon as that advance is over, Fortebraccios will move up, pick up the lost ground. Great brace right there. The Imperial pikes will find the angle and get rid of them there. I'm not liking how this looks for the defenders right now. Too many pikes to take advantage of the cav. This time, instead of going up the main stairs and giving an opportunity for that cav, they're going to go up the side stairs where the cav is not as useful and pikes are way more important. And we see an Imperial pike advance versus Imperial pike advance versus Fortebraccio brace, and it's almost straight pikes in this game right now. Treb will barely miss its target. And they're starting to close in on C here, so maybe it's time to fall back to the main objective. There's a lot of troops here. Charging hussars into this will mean certain death, but he will do it. The fortibraccios were braced. Double hussar charge into Imperial Pike advance and a triple brace of fortibraccios. Oh my goodness. Now Kesheg's to the rear. We'll find a pretty good charge there. That was actually a decent 2 Kesheg units, but this one won't charge. This one will simply just retreat. Good pull away. At least keep some of those units alive so they can attempt to defend this final objective for 10.5 minutes. The gate's not even closed. They're going to walk right in. There's nothing here. They'll be forced to fall back into the protected zone of the spawn. And Pike Militia will slow down the advance of these troops. Pike Militia will sort of stop this side, but there's nothing here. There's literally nothing here for the defending side. They need to get on the objective. And there we have it, guys. Cocoa Puffs, Rustalika, Benchwarmer standing on the objective here. One lone Maul trying to slow him down. Okay, here we go. Defenders starting to rally up now. Some Scout Cav. Okay, wasn't expecting that. But Scout Cav make an appearance on Friday Night Fights. And they're going to lock it down. Good job, guys. Good job. That's how you defend it. They need to breathe. Yes, there's a lot of time, and they're down a lot of units. But if there was ever a team and an objective to make it happen, it's right here, right now. They need to stop taking bad charges. That's for sure. And Cav actually can go up these stairs, but it's going to interrupt the charge, which means these ASAPs get a good trade. They really didn't need that right now. I think pushing into that unit felt desperate, and they got another good trade for the attacking team. Good positioning, though, for these archers. Will zone out anything that tries to come through that gate. Side gate was closed, which will mean that will buy them even more time, which they desperately need right now with 9 minutes on the clock. Here we go. Lots and lots of Cav. We even have troops climbing ladders. They're looking to make the play. Good. This is a just really nasty setup that they have. Janissaries, Imperial Spear Guards, Fortibraccios, and Imperial Pikes sitting, waiting to launch. Pike Militia will sit right in the middle. This isn't really supposed to stop, but more of a deterrent. Treb does connect on these archers, taking out about half of the unit. Once this initial top of the tower breaks, you get more of an angle on the trebuchet, so someone has to make that first treb, I guess. So yeah, these Pike Militia, I think they need to save this unit. Maybe put it to the side so it doesn't get ate up by range for free. Yep. Oof. Barely missing him, but he will get the grab, and that starts the charge. Here comes the Imperial Spear Guard with the advance, followed up by, here it comes. Everything comes in. Hussars, Keshegs, Janissaries. Janissaries are set up. Village Watchmen holding the front, but not really. Keshegs ripping through the Pike Militia. Now Hussars right into the Imperial Pikes, and they didn't get an advance off. There's nothing here. There is nothing here, and I think we're seeing the end of our semifinals match. Bumpy's Busters busting through this defense with a very convincing win. 1,090 troops dead to the only 630 of the attacking team. GG's. Bumpy's Busters takes it 2-0. Wow. So the numbers on the board, almost 200. We didn't get anybody that hit 200 on any of the games tonight, but people got very, very close. Haberry and Planet Clanker getting MVP. Snow with 130 on the board. And yeah, the chart, it really tells a story of how much was lost in the beginning there. And when I saw the team comp, it really caught me by surprise. All those pikes, right? No shields. Like, there wasn't a single unit of shields that entire game. So the ranged got enough damage. Like, the ranged didn't wipe the units per se, but the ranged got enough damage on the units that what units did push in were able to simply walk over the units, because when pikes are on defense, when they're getting advanced on or counter advancing, how much HP they have actually plays a lot into the interaction. If they have low HP going into that advance, they can die mid-advance, and you actually don't get the full value out of your advance. So those archers at the beginning, for example, putting those bleed stacks on there and no long swords, no shields, it was a recipe for disaster. GG's, good fights for both teams. Oh, there was some shields on B. That's right. I saw that. There were some